Hey guys, welcome back to a Wednesday video, and I'm pretty sure this is the shirt that I was wearing last week. Oh man, that's really kind of embarrassing. So I'm doing better. Those of you who are concerned, I'm doing much better. I think my black eyes are mostly gone by now. They're still there a little bit. This week on 5 Awesome Week, we're talking about our honorable mentions, and only one of them is actually still numbered on this list. All the rest of them are not really numbered. They're just series I still love or movies that I love that I just want to talk about, because either they're not talked about enough and people should check them out, or they're series that helped me get into anime, much like I talked about last week with Trigun and Gundam Wing. And so I just still love them for nostalgia purposes. So here we go. I'm gonna talk to you about anime today. Whatever, singing is not my forte. So this is the only one that was numbered, and it's just number 11 and almost kind of tied for 10 with Now and Then Here and There, but that is the Soultaker. So this is the series that I kind of mentioned last week, where I still just love talking about this series because it needs more love. It's so good. It's very generic shonen-y, so Kio-chan, take note. Just watch this. So it is very generic shonen-y. So it's about Kyosuke, who discovers that he is this thing called the Soultaker. It's like this mecha-esque creature that he can transform into, and he is in search of his twin sister Runa, who can leave little flickers of herself, so little pieces of her soul everywhere. So he finds kind of a way to find her, and then comes across one of her flickers, and whether that is a good thing or a bad thing. And then there are two groups after him and Runa, and so that's kind of the basic idea of the storyline. Very generic shonen-y, but the way that the story is told is super cool, and you can kind of tell here what the animation is like. The way that it's told makes you slightly uncomfortable when you're watching it. So like, they use weird angles, they use color to make you feel uncomfortable, they use strange actual like line angles. Very similar to like Sin City, if you've ever seen that movie, or if you are familiar with film noir of the past. Very film noir-esque, where you're supposed to feel slightly uncomfortable because of the jagged lines and the way the movie is lit and things like that. So the Soultaker is just so cool, and it's just told so interestingly, and I cannot wait to actually rewatch this series. I've been thinking about rewatching it for a long time, and I really want to. Just understand that when you do watch this, you're gonna feel slightly uncomfortable, because it's uncomfortable. But no, like I said, it's a fantastic series. If you guys haven't seen it, you should. You can still buy it on Amazon. I'll put a link to that below, and I'm just do me a favor, do yourself a favor, and watch it. So the next are just going to be in this pile that I have created for myself, apparently very dusty pile that I have created for myself. Because I haven't watched this one since Halloween. I watch this every Halloween, love it every Halloween, and that is Khaki Rainbow. Khaki Rainbow is a short film, 28-minute film about hide and seek. And it's about this town where these kids play hide and seek. It's actually an allegory or a social commentary based on childhood innocence lost and things like that. But these children, as they're playing Khaki Rainbow, are being hunted by demons, and it's just super, super cool. And it's a great horror film, and like I said, I watch it every Halloween, and I love it. It's fantastic, and just do yourselves a favor and watch Khaki Rainbow. It's so good. It's just so good. This one's probably gonna be a lot harder to find these days. I think it might have been relicensed, but that is The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, I actually watched because there's a voice actor from Gundam 00 that's in this, and I just wanted to watch one that he was in because I like his character in Gundam 00. So anyway, this is a great series. It's a great movie. So this movie's about a girl who travels through time, basically. And it is gross on the front. I need to fix that. Ugh. But she basically travels backwards through time, and it's just fantastic. It's a love story, and I love it. It's very, I don't know, it's so good. I need to watch it again. But it's so good. I love it so much. It's probably one of my favorite anime films. It probably is my favorite anime film, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, she just discovers she's got this ability to basically travel through time, and it's so good, guys. It's just so good. Watch it. The next one is actually one of the first animes I got into. It's not one of the ones that helped me get into anime, but it's one of the ones that really solidified my love for anime, and that is Samurai Deeper Kyo. For those of you familiar with kind of my loves and my likes and dislikes and things like that, the manga version of this was actually my favorite manga for a very long time. Samurai Deeper Kyo, Super cool series, even though it's very different from the manga from one point forward. Very, very different from the manga. Because it's a lot shorter than the manga, and they basically took one aspect of the manga and made that the main point of the show. So, but anyway, Samurai Deeper Kyo is super cool and super funny and just super fun. And what I loved about this mostly, because I watched the dub first, is the fact that this basically became kind of my unedited Yu-Gi-Oh! Because a lot of the characters are very similar to characters in Yu-Gi-Oh! And like, for example, Kyo and Kyoshiro are two people in one body and voiced by Dan Green. And there's the jokester of the group who is Benny Tora, and he's voiced by Wayne Grayson. I mean, like, it's so funny that the characters are very, very similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're voiced by the same people. And so when I was in high school and really loved Yu-Gi-Oh!, this was kind of my unedited Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it was very, very similar personality, character-wise in a lot of situations. So anyway, that's why I loved it in high school, but I actually really love it now, and it's fantastic. I actually watched it all in one sitting one time, which was 12 hours. But hey, it's a good series, so if you haven't checked it out, you should. Samurai Deeper Kyo. The next one kind of goes on and off my favorites list pretty frequently. That is Shakugan no Shana. Specifically season 1. I have not actually seen season 2 or 3 yet. And I know they are recast, and that's part of the reason why I haven't seen them yet. I own season 2 and I own like part of season 3, something like that. Or I own part of season 2 and I own all of season 3, something like that. I don't like recastings. And because I like to watch the dub first because it's in my native language and therefore I understand it better. And I'm not missing anything, and I'm dyslexic, so it's hard for me to read sometimes. I'm not always in the mood for watch subs, so it's tough for me to say goodbye to Tabitha St. Germain, who I think did an awesome job as Shauna. Even though Jeremy Lee is incredible, and I am sure she does a fantastic job as Shauna, I just haven't gotten a chance to give her a chance yet. So eventually I will. One day I will do it. I promise. I'll watch it one day. Shakugan no Shana, if you're not familiar with this series, it is about Shana, who is a flame haze, who goes and takes flame? I don't know, I'm getting confused now with the Soultaker. Anyway, but there are these demon-like beings that consume human lives, and so she meets one that is not fading away, and so they go about trying to stop these demons and things like that. So that's Shakugan no Shana. Love it. This is going to be a bitch to edit. Next one again was one that used to be on my top favorites list, but it's kind of since moved off. It's another horror. This one's a full series. It is called When They Cry, or Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, or Higurashi When They Cry, however you want to put it. But yeah, this is a good show. I remember when I first watched it, I was so confused because the 4th episode happens. And those of you who've seen When They Cry, Higurashi, whatever you want to call it, whoever has seen it will understand what I'm talking about when you hit episode 4 and you get super confused. Because something happens in episode 4 that you're not expecting to happen in episode 4. And then all of a sudden you turn on episode 5 and it's like, nothing like that ever happened. And it's just super confusing. And I was like, what am I watching? And then I realized it was told in arcs, and it's basically like, I can't say anything more because otherwise it's a spoiler. So just watch this. I'm going to say that with all these. Watch this because it's so good. It's 26 episodes, super short, super easy to get through. My disc 6 doesn't work anymore, so I need to get a new disc 6 at some point, but one day I'll replace it. We'll see. So the last 2 that I'm going to talk about are in the same line as Gundam Wing and Trigun, and I feel like I have to talk about them because they are also part of what got me into anime, and I will forever love them for that reason. And I'm also going to respond to Kio-chan. I don't remember if it was your video on Tuesday or your video on Saturday that I had to respond to, but one of them. And it'll be this one that I'm going to respond to. So that is Yu Yu Hakusho. So Kio-chan said that there was a character that either Dylan or I or both of us hated in this show, and it's true. Both Dylan and I hate Kuwabara with every fiber of our beings, or actually at least every fiber of my being. I hate Kuwabara, but I'm pretty sure Dylan feels the same way. Maybe he'll answer that tomorrow as well, but yeah, I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Matter of fact, when Nikki, my friend, made me watch Endless Waltz, we also watched Yu Yu Hakusho that day. we just watched Endless Waltz first, and that's what got me more interested, and I made the mistake of asking her, what other animes do you like? And this was one of them. And so we watched this one, and I thought it was really funny, and I kind of want to rewatch it, but I don't have the whole thing. I just have season 1, so I need to get the other 3 seasons in order to finish it. But yeah, so I do like this one as well. So this one is super great, and Hiei is my favorite character in this one. So if you guys are wondering, Hiei is my favorite character because yes, I hate Kuwabara just as much as Hiei hates Kuwabara. And I think that might be why Hiei is my favorite character, because he hates Kuwabara so much. Moving on. And the final one that I'm going to talk about today is Inuyasha. So Inuyasha, much like Yu Yu Hakusho and Trigun and Gundam Wing, was one of the 4 big anime that I watched that got me into anime. Trigun was the last one that I watched. This one was the 3rd. I actually still have the tapes that I taped off of Cartoon Network to watch this, and the tapes are labeled, the first 3 are labeled, I'm sleeping, so I'm taping Inuyasha. I'm still sleeping, so I'm still taping Inuyasha. I'm no longer sleeping, but I'm still taping Inuyasha. So I really liked Inuyasha. The very first episode I ever watched actually was, remember the name, Lake of the Evil Water God. And it's actually what solidified Moroku as my favorite character. Very first episode, Moroku was my favorite character, and I knew it right from the get-go. I hid it for a long time because it's also Nikki's favorite character, and we had this rule that none of us in our group could have the same favorite character. So luckily she started thinking that she liked Inuyasha better anyway, so we switched favorite characters because I claimed Inuyasha because I was hiding the fact that I loved Moroku. Anyway, so Inuyasha. I didn't give you a synopsis of Yu Yu Hakusho, and I'm sure you guys know what Inuyasha is all about, but if you're not familiar, Yu Yu Hakusho is about Yusuke, who dies and then comes back to life and becomes a detective for the spirit world. And then Inuyasha is about Kagome getting pulled back into the feudal era time, and she destroys a jewel. Naraku wants the jewel. Inuyasha wants the jewel. She helps Inuyasha try to get the jewel and try to stop Naraku. Very generic shonens. But I love them. So, like I said, they're what helped get me into anime, so can't say anything bad about them. Anyway, I'm going to edit this, I'm going to put it up, and hurry in doing both of those things because I have still to do work today. I had come home specifically to do this video, so I would find time to do it. So I will see you guys all next week, and we'll see you tomorrow.